Okay, so in today's video guys, we are going to be going over the top 10 unsolved mysteries in Roblox Piggy. So we're probably going to be speaking about a lot of characters' disappearances and where they are about. Now guys, I just want to point out that I did not manage to get the Among Us Crossed Piggy video up this weekend. So for that, I'm extremely sorry. Basically, the video just didn't go to plan. It didn't kind of come out how I wanted it to, and I didn't really want to publish it because it kind of looked pants. But guys, we have got 2 more top 10 videos coming up this week, so if you guys would like to see that, then make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Oh, and also make sure to be using star code Antics when buying Robux or Premium, because it does help out the channel an awesome amount. And guys, if you do, make sure to take a picture and send it to me over on Twitter or Discord so that I can show my appreciation. Now guys, one more thing I would just like to point out is that Piggy Chapter 7 is coming this weekend, meaning that we are going to have a ton more secrets to be going over. So Minitoon is really looking forward to this one, and I also got a bit more information from Minitoon which will be coming out in a video later on this week. And believe me, you won't want to miss that because it changes quite a lot of perspectives. But anyway, guys, the top 10 unsolved mysteries in Roblox Piggy, let's do this. Number 1, William. Now let's be honest, this is probably one of the biggest mysteries at the moment, which is where is William? Now I'm sure that you guys are all aware by now that William was kind of just disappeared out of nowhere. But I'm just bringing up all of these little facts because I want you guys to keep an eye out for these in the coming chapters. Now William disappeared and kind of without any reason, although it kind of looked as though he was chasing after Daisy because Daisy went up into the military up north. But I think that there's something different, so if you guys are a standard, viewer on this channel, that you guys will know that I think that Leo the Lion potentially took him away. So yes, you heard me correctly, I feel that Leo the Lion has kidnapped William. Now again, I could be wrong, but I feel like there's going to be something fishy going on with the Leo the Lion guy. So what do you think has happened to William? Let me know in the comment section down below, as well as all the others that are to follow. Number 2, Mrs. P. Now Mrs. P was literally the backbone of the infection. She is the reason why the whole entire infection has actually come about. Now we know by now that Mr. P, I almost said Minitoon. Minitoon was trying to save Mrs. P. But no, we know by now that Mr. P actually tried to save Mrs. P, and that this kind of like this substance 128, whatever you guys want to call it by now, this is what actually started off the whole entire infection. And again, Minitoon has been very vocal on the fact that Mrs. P is now infected. She's wandering around somewhere and we have not yet seen her. But the one thing that I'm quite interested in here, guys, is that if we saw her in Lucella, which was by the city, up in that window, we know that she's in that kind of part of the world. But if we're about to take a boat all the way up north, how is Mrs. P going to get up north to try and end this story? So what I'm saying here is, could Mrs. P actually be following us along the way? I'm extremely excited to actually find out how this is going to work out, because Mrs. P going up north and being there for the finale, it's kind of going to be a weird kind of circumstance as to how Minitoon is actually going to get her to progress up north. So maybe Mrs. P is never going to be cured at the end of book 2. But guys, again, we're just going to have to wait and find out. Number 3, Zizzy. No, Minitoon, why did you have to do this to us? Yeah, so Zizzy, she oofed. But yeah, we know that Zizzy is going to be returning. Minitoon has, again, confirmed that, because there was quite a lot of people that took a lot of hate to Minitoon for basically killing off Zizzy at the time. But Minitoon, he's confirmed that, Zizzy will be returning and that nobody is, indefinitely Piggy doomed, which means that if you are infected or you are a Piggy, you are not doomed forever. You can return back to normal. Now we know that Zizzy, she got her scratch on her arm and stuff like that, and it looks as though that she could potentially be cutting off her arm. She could be going the Walking Dead styly. And I'll be honest, if she does, that would be pretty cool. Could you imagine Zizzy making a return with a big old robotic arm and you kind of need somebody to back you up at the time and she's coming in like blah, 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 blah. I mean, I'll be honest, that would be pretty cool. That would be such a return for Zizzy. And of course, Zizzy's sword is also missing from the safe place as well, which I'm assuming is going to have something to do with Zizzy's return. Maybe she has the sword and she's using her sword to cut off her arm. So that I'm extremely excited to see how she is going to return. Number 4, the infection. Now, of course, we know that, you know, the infection started with Mrs. P and stuff like that, but how are we actually going to cure this infection? Is that one tiny bottle at the end of the flashback trailer actually going to be the way forward? Now, this is probably the main mystery going forward, which is, you know, how are we going to cure all of these basically zombies? And when we know so little about this infection, we know that you can't speak when you're the infected and stuff like that because, you know, Pony, he said that at the end of the carnival map and stuff like that. You know, these things are just a little bit weird by now. So how do you guys think that the infection is going to be cured? Again, let me know in the comment section down below. Number 5, Rash. Now, big man Rash, he went disappearing, you know, a little bit early on, the alleys. So in time order, the alleys is the first thing that actually happens. So technically, Rash is the first character to actually have gone missing. Now, Minitoon did also say in an interview that we did with him that basically Rash is going to be returning, but not in the same way that Zizzy is going to be returning. So we have had some confirmation that we are going to be seeing Rash once more. But how is that little raccoon actually going to return to Biggie? How is he going to have an impact on the forward story of what is going on? I'll be honest here, Minitoon has a lot of storytelling to do, so I think that the next coming, you know, like cutscenes and stuff like that, I think they're actually going to be pretty huge because currently there are so many characters missing. So Rash, I look forward to seeing how you are going to return, and I think you're going to struggle getting back into the story because, you know, we've only ever seen you once. You were the bot at one point, but that is literally all that we have seen. Oh, and fun fact, Rash is literally the only ever bot that has never been infected. Number 6, the Insolence. Now, there has been a massive piece of speculation going around about the Insolence. Who exactly is going to be the Insolence? Well, a lot of you guys think that it is going to be Mr. Stitchy. And at this point, you, well, could be right, but it looks as though we are going to be getting that answered in the extra map of Book 2. After all, Minitoon did just say in the interview that it's going to explain or answer something pretty big that we have been answering for quite some time in Book 2. Now, this could be who is going to be the Insolence, or this could be what's going to happen with Zizzy. But still, this unsolved mystery of who is going to be the Insolence is still yet a mystery, and one that still there are quite a few theories going around on who it is going to be. Number 7, Mr. P. Now, Mr. P did the old heroics at the end of the plant map, saying, you know, go on without me, I'll stop all the infected, yada 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 yada. But I don't think that we've seen the end of Mr. P. I think that there's going to be quite a little bit more going on here, guys. I do feel like either Mr. P or Zizzy are going to make a return at some point, and they could potentially even make a return together. And if they do, that would be pretty awesome. But Mr. P, I don't think that Mr. P was trying to be a bad guy. Obviously, things just went wrong, and potentially even these Substance 128 things has actually just been tampered with. Now, I have mentioned this in a previous video that I think that Mr. P could potentially have actually had the cure for this Linioma disease. The Linioma disease that, you know, Mrs. P fell sick to. And that I feel like somebody has actually tampered with that vaccine, meaning that Mr. P did in fact have a real vaccine for this Linioma disease, but then somebody tampered with it and turned everybody infected. Maybe somebody like Pony. I'm sorry, I just had to say it. I just feel like Pony, he's done something pretty big, so I feel like he's tampered with the old potion over there. Number 8, Bunny and Dogie. Now Bunny, she took an L in the old metro, she, you know, fell sick and stuff like that, and Mr. P actually did try to save her, but it was too late. And old Doggy, he also took an L in the old forest, but again, it was too late. He literally became infected in a matter of seconds, literally overnight, because then we woke up and of course Doggy was infected. So I'm interested to see what the final story of this mystery is going to be. Bunny and Doggy, you know, they've been around in the plant and stuff like that, kind of glitching around, and you also see Bunny up in the tower of the outpost. So this is still something that has been unsolved, and something that I feel like we're going to have to wait and find out. Well, clearly we're going to have to wait and find out, but I feel like what I'm saying is that there's not enough evidence out there right now to actually put a point on what is going to be happening here. I mean, we do know that we see her in the flashback trailer. When I say her, I mean Bunny, of course. But does that mean that she's going to be returning, or does that mean that she's just going to be showing up once more? So I'm looking forward to delving into that mystery. Number 9, Pony's bad story. Now, I've said all along that Pony has done something bad, something like tampering with a potion, which we just spoke about. But Pony knows that he has done something wrong here, because there is that note in the safe place where he is basically apologizing to his parents for what he has done. And he's also basically saying that, you know, I'm gonna make things right and I'm going to make things better. So whatever Pony has done something extremely bad. And he also said to us that, you know, there's gonna be a story for another day to tell us about what actually happened with him and the TSP. So guys, now is time to put your bets down in the comment section down below. What do you think that Pony has done that has actually been kind of naughty? But we do know that Pony has done something pretty bad, and I'm looking forward to finding out what that is, and I'll probably say that that's the one that I'm looking forward to actually finding out the most out of everything that I have on this list. And finally, number 10, don't trust the SI. Now, of course, you know, some people think that this one's finished with, but I do not. Of course, people by now, they're saying that this is don't trust the Silver Paw. However, I feel like this is don't trust the Signal. So I'm still saying that this is an unsolved mystery. This is something that could still mean something else, because we have never had that confirmation about this very note. It could also be something like don't trust the sisters. And, you know, I feel like most people actually put that into Minitoon's mind, and then Minitoon tried to make Z look a little bit suspicious. So don't trust the sisters, I'm not entirely sure. Don't trust this Silver Paw, 50%. Don't trust the Signal, another 50%. That's what I'm saying with this. I feel like this is an unsolved mystery. But again, I am looking forward to actually finding out what this note is going to mean. Could there be a signal that we do not trust? But anyway, guys, that's going to be it from me today. Hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and we shall see you guys in the next one.